Perhaps the easiest and in many people's eyes the safest way of trading bitcoins is actually in person. These face-to-face transactions hand the balance of power back in your favour. Websites such as Local Bitcoins are a great way of connecting with buyers and sellers in your nearest city or town, with options including cash sales and even bank transfers. Doing it this way though does have other security implications. Always meet in a public place in broad daylight and don't carry heaps of cash around with you, but these are just common sense rules. Also, try not to give the impression that you're dealing with anything illegal either. And remember, with this sort of transaction, you'll also need access to the web to actually complete the transaction, so take a relevant device with you which does have access to Wi-Fi. One thing to note about personal trades is that the price will vary from seller to seller, maybe even up to 10% above the average price you'd expect. But you should be able to negotiate before you meet, especially if the trader is actually serious about making the transaction with you. There are even group meets these days where Bitcoin trades take place. These are called Satoshi Squares, and these are a lot more informal and more fun than a one-on-one meet, and are a great way to meet Bitcoin enthusiasts like yourself. Who knows, maybe you'll even make an ongoing Bitcoin trade partnership with someone at the meets. One thing to note here is that you will lose the anonymity with a face-to-face transaction, which is blatant, but the group environment does make it a lot more safer than a direct one-on-one meet. Sites like www.meetup.com are a great way for bringing together people with shared interests. So keep your eyes peeled for the next Bitcoin meetup in your local area. Purchasing Bitcoins can be tricky at times, but if you follow the key points we've just outlined, you really can't go far wrong. The exciting part is that there are new ways to trade and store your coins being developed all the time to help introduce the phenomenon to a wider audience. So now really is the time to be investing in this game-changing currency.